eBay was started in 1995 by French-born Iranian computer programmer Pierre Omidyar. eBay's name comes from a play on words from the Ebola virus. Ebola, which broke out in Zaire, has one of the highest case fatality rates of any human pathogenic virus at roughly 90% fatality. eBay fields about 350 million search queries a day. eBay is responsible for 90% of all online auctions and over 50% of all internet-based sales. eBay has had 902 million visitors annually. This is 3 times the numbers of Walmart. eBay owns PayPal, Skype, StubHub, Half.com, Kijiji, ProStores.com, Rent.com, Shopping.com, and 32% of Craigslist. eBay represents 63% of all of Google's advertising. Google owns YouTube. Does that mean this video will be removed? On May 28, 2003, a U.S. District Court jury found eBay guilty of willful patent infringement and ordered the company to pay $35 million in damages. The plaintiff, Merch Exchange, which had accused eBay in 2000 of infringing on 3 patents, one of which is used in eBay's Buy It Now feature. On July 28, 2003, eBay and its subsidiary PayPal agreed to pay $10 million fine to settle allegations that they aided illegal offshore and online gambling. Another lawsuit filed in April 2007 in California was brought to play because of eBay's monopoly practices. Another August 2007 class action lawsuit in which attorney John Fabry stated eBay has been deceiving millions of customers over the years by claiming their auctions start when submitted, when in reality they do not begin for at least several hours, and sometimes up to 24. However, the clock starts running on your selected auction as soon as you have posted it, even though eBay hasn't posted it yet. On January 29, 2008, a series of new policy changes were announced, including an increase in the final value fee and a decrease in the listing fee. When averaged out, the fees actually cost the sellers more. Among the more controversial moves was the announcement that sellers would soon only be able to leave positive feedback for buyers and would no longer have the ability to provide negative or neutral, regardless of the experience. On February 18, 2008, sellers and buyers alike who felt the new fees and feedback structure was unfair commenced a 1-week strike against eBay. The venue known as eBay has more potential for identity theft and fraud than any internet company in the world. Frauds that can be committed by the sellers include receiving payment and not shipping the merchandise, shipping items other than those described, giving a deliberately misleading description, knowing and deliberately shipping faulty merchandise, counterfeit and bootleg merchandise, knowingly selling stolen goods, inflating total bids amount by sellers bidding on their own auctions with shrill accounts, and misrepresenting the cost of shipping, or shipping at a slower service than the customer has paid for. Frauds committed by buyers include PayPal fraud, filing false shipping damage claims with shipping company and with PayPal. Credit card fraud, in the form of both stolen credit cards and fraudulent chargebacks. Receiving merchandise and claiming otherwise. Returning items other than received. Everyone knows the internet is full of weirdos. They like to spread hate, confusion, and threats. eBay will help these folks have their way with you. To do so, eBay will give out your name, home address, telephone number to anyone that inquires, including 0 to 10 feedback scored rated cyberbullies. eBay is a host for identity theft. They make claims that if identity theft happens to you, you will be protected 100%. Unfortunately, they only refunded the narrator about 57% when his identity was stolen by an eBay user. Yours truly had to go to the police, had to call the companies himself, and eBay or PayPal was no help. eBay's non-existent customer service. With live help chat representatives that will not answer your questions, most of them even have trouble understanding the initial question. That's why they skirt around the questions with unrelated answers. Wait times of up to 30 minutes. eBay lies. Some of the fun things you'll quickly learn as a new seller on eBay is that eBay can use your credit card even if it hasn't been authorized by you. They can also freeze your funds. Store items rarely show up in search results, making your listings completely invisible. You can pay more for visibility, but eBay does not guarantee your item will show up in any search result. eBay is not compatible with Excel. Try it, you'll see. eBay offers no protection for the buyer or the seller with feedback scams and counterfeit items that steal your money. eBay's weapons of mass deception. Cookies, spyware and beacons, flash cookies. eBay utilizes the Nexus Lexus software to find out all kinds of information about their buyers and sellers. And along with Oracle, they're taking up a collection of all IP addresses associated with all accounts. Most auctions don't even receive a bid until the last couple of hours. But if a customer wants to ask you a question about that item within those last couple of hours, eBay policy does not allow communication between the buyer and the seller. If a customer is unsure about something in the listing, why would they bid on it if they could not communicate with you? This will always result in a loss of bids. Remember, it is not a right to buy and sell on eBay, it is a privilege. This privilege can be revoked by eBay at any time that they wish. If you read the fine print in the list of things that are not allowed to be sold, along with human body parts and many other things, you'll also see that human excrement of any kind will result in the end suspension of an account. But recently, Hillary Clinton put her own tears in a napkin up for auction. How come her account hasn't been removed? eBay is one of the largest and busiest lobbyists of state legislatures and assemblies. Demand that your state legislature force eBay to comply with state auction regulations. Is there any wonder why eBay stock has fallen from $40.73 a share to just under $30 a share in the past 52 weeks?